111 users are there. Means these many accounts are there in SaaS portal. These many users are there in SaaS portal from Xertis. And this link sync should be happen every 20 minutes. Actually, here also it should display the record. Let me refresh it. Yeah, here you will be able to see. When last sync was happened, when next sync will happen, you will be able to see here the every record. Every 20 seconds, this sync should happen. Means within within 20 minutes, every 20 minutes, this LDAP sync agent will go to Active Directory, fetch any records. If any new records are there, it will load to SaaS. So every 20 minutes, this cycle will run. So you have to check if any troubleshoot, if any issue will happen, you have to check when last sync was happened. That records you will be able to see means last sync time. You will be able to see here the date and the timing, the exact details. These are some. I'm actually health check. These are the health checks we are doing in day-to-day, daily basis. This is actually my part, means in my account it is there to handle these activities. So I'm performing this health checks on daily basis, means the status are in running state, the sync is happening in within 20 minutes or not. These I have to check on daily basis. These are some steps which we have to follow while installing the agent. This need not to be checked on day-to-day basis, but if you want to update the LDAP sync agent, or if you want to uninstall the LDAP sync agent, and if you want to reinstall it, these are some settings of the LDAP sync agent. These are not of day-to-day activities we have to perform. Yes, and these are some. Wait a minute, I will show you the logs as well if I can. What kind of logs we will get from LDAP sync agent. Yeah. Here you will be able to see some logs. Actually, these are not in detail, but some kind of troubleshooting we can done by these logs, but I'm also not sure means exactly what we are checking in these logs. Means I was not able to find any. I was not able to understand these exactly, but yeah, I can. To check the logs, that is only I am aware, but what exactly to check, I am also not aware about this. I will once confirm with Asha and let you know. But to check the logs, that is the one thing I am performing.
So under
is this enough information from the LDAP sync?
Yes. So I was asking, so under 2FA, we are doing couple of things, issuing token and troubleshooting token, right? So for 2FA, we are doing adding the user. Once they are added, then we will open in SafeNet and give him the provision, whichever they needed. We have one column where we are doing LDAP sync. Other than that, anything else which is included in your daily operations in soft token side?
Yeah, actually, from token side as well, you can do some troubleshooting. Um, this is the basic things which we are doing on day-to-day basis. LDAP sync also, there are some in detail activities, but I am not aware about that. I am performing these only on day-to-day basis, but there are some in detail activities. Yeah, the token side, if you have time or you have any another call right now, so
Uh,
that we will arrange on Monday the other call.
so I probably will sit down with Sindhu. Can we do one, like if you have any ticket, can we just do one ticket, and so I can get little idea how the incident come, what they write, and how we.
Yes, yes. Okay. Whatever I have shown means I have just provision tokens. So this only process we will follow for the procedure.
Okay. So like, can you show me a
Uh,
ticket if you have any which you have not clear up, just so I can get idea what requirements comes in.
yeah, sure, sure. Just let me complete this.
Yeah, sure.
The 1 point remaining for the token. If you click on the manage token, I have, suppose if you want to troubleshoot more in detail about specific token, you can click on the manage. Here you will see some options. If you want to remove this token, you can click on the suspend. Suppose this token, the specific, your account is in unlocked state, means your account is working fine, but your specific token is locked. Then you can come here in manage section and you can unlock the token. Suppose if you have the last option, I will show you this as well, resync. I will show this on Monday, otherwise it will be very confusing for you. The resync option. Otherwise, revoke option is if you want to totally revoke this token for end user, you can just revoke this token. So this kind of activities you can perform. If you want to, yeah, that's it. Means if you can revoke the token. The some information that is remained from this portal is there are some reports also we are using from this portal. So we will cover that on Monday. Means what kind of reports we are using. Means we need most of the times I will work with Fanisha. Means Fanisha sometimes he will need how many users are there with how many users are using soft tokens. Sometimes he need that data. How many hard tokens are with us? How many hard tokens users are using? So that kind of data we can generate from this portal. So for that, the reports section is there. We will cover this in Monday's session. Other than that, the tokens, the separate section is there. If you want to trouble this assignment tab is for specific users to search from the user perspective. But if you want to search for the specific token, you can enter here either serial number or the token type. You can specify here either hard token or pass token. Yeah, hard token or the mobile pass token. If you want a state, means exactly which state token is there. For inactive state, suspended state, locked state, expired state. But state-wise means you can apply the filters and you can search in detail. So these are some basic searching criteria available on the SAS portal. Let me check if any request is there from the two-factor authenticator. Yes.
So these have all the assignment group in this incident.
Yeah, in 2FS in 2FS section only. I will show you that as well. How to raise the request in It's For Me portal. If you log into the It's For Me portal, here you will see the same kind of short description is available here. GBL IDAM to PKI2FA remote access request. And in this incident as well, you will be able to see the same description. Why? Because this request is not submitted manually. This came from the portal. That's why it has the same short description. You can raise anyways the normal incident like ServiceNow incident, but other users will not be having access to ServiceNow, so they will come to It For Me portal. This is the link to raise a request for the two-factor authentication for the tokens. You will come here. It will ask this ticket is for which means laptop, desktop. It is automatically select as laptop. You can go through by your own means what are the requirements and all. This is provided in detail. Then you have to give here the full name to whom you need the token and the other details you have to fill and then click submit. If you submit on the request, this kind of incident will be submitted for our queue like this. So the same kind of process you have to follow.
So once
You will go.
so once the user have entered all the details in its ITS portal, after that who will, like, it will go directly to ServiceNow, or it will somebody has to manually enter to ServiceNow portal?
No, It's For Me portal is linked with ServiceNow, so directly one incident will be come in our queue, like the one which we are working. There is no any manual intervention. Here you will be able to see request reason means why user needs new token. So his laptop is reimaged. So this user needs new token. The token target replacement. Replacement means what? User wants to revoke the old token and he needs new token. It will show all the details. Actually, I will now explain you the process wise. So, as per the Zoetis standards, you should not be have more than 3 active tokens. If you have already 3 active tokens and you need the other token, we will ask to end user, please provide us the justification. Means if you are already having 3 tokens, and then why you need the extra token? This is why, because we have specific licenses. We have contract with the Gemalto portal. So we have the 15,000 or 14,000, the specific licenses itself. If user is asking more and more tokens, so our license will be involved in that. So it costs, right? So user should not be having more than 3 tokens. In some rare cases, we allow the user, but the cleanup we follow generally. In that cleanup, we will contact to end user, and if we find more than 3 tokens to end user, we will contact to end user and we will revoke the unused token. So that is the process. The replacement here, token target. The target can be either new token or the replacement token. If user has mentioned as replacement token, we will revoke his old token and we will provision him new token. Why we will replace here? Because laptop is reimaged. Means user has changed his device. As user has changed his device, user should have the different token other than old token. So anyways, user has changed device, so the token on the old device will be unused. So we can revoke that token without any doubt. That's why user has mentioned the clear description here. After that, we will search end user with his mail ID. we will go to SaaS portal. Here you will enter the email ID of the end user and you will search. You will see all his information, means what is user ID, his last name, first name, token state, account state. If you click on the user ID, you will be able to see how many tokens are his account which he is having. So he is currently having 2 active tokens, but he, as requested, he needs replacement. So what we will do, he is using both of the tokens on Windows itself. So we will go into authentication activity and we will see he is using 84 and most of the times he is using 76. So we will revoke the other token. The 84, here you will see, note down the difference. Either this, I'm searching here for the serial number. As user requested replacement, right? So we have to revoke his currently using token and we have to provision him the new token. So that's what we will revoke his 1 token. From authentication activity, I will confirm. Most of the times he is using 76. So we can revoke the 84, the 184, this token. We can revoke. You can click on the manage. Revoke. Once the revocation will be completed, you will be see user is now having only 1 active token. If you click on the provision, now you are provisioning new token to end user. As this is soft token, we are selecting mobile phone. Click on provision. So user should have received the mail from the 2-factor authentication to enroll for this token. So that's it. We have done from our end. Now we will close this request. Anuraj, are you aware? You are aware about the ServiceNow? The ServiceNow different sections, right? With which kind of groups we are dealing with? What are the meaning of these states of incidents? Are you aware?
So I don't have access to ServiceNow right now, but Ajay have shown me the portal how many requests come for AD server, for 2 FA PKI, then for SailPoint SSO. Those are the one, right?
Yeah, that's also, but once you will get, you will be familiar with that. But these are some states of the incident. I will explain you later, means once you will be having the access. Now we are closing this incident. So this is only process to activate to provision any token to end user. We will close the request. The second incident you want to do, Anuraj, means the same kind of request is there. If you can ask for the control and you can do from your side.
Sure.
So this request is completed.
Okay.
That's it. Yeah, you can do this request.
All right. Just so it is from Windows. Old token not functioning. It's for laptop. Soft token. It's replacement. Old token not functioning. So do we search with the computer name?
No, you can search with the user's mail ID. You can go. Yeah.
I think it's not highlighted yet.
Mail ID, otherwise, end user, anything.
Just 1 second. It's a little slow.
Yeah, you can go. You can again click on the assignment.
So you only have 1 and 3 suspended.
Yeah. Yeah. Here in this case, actually, you don't. If user is having only one token, don't revoke the token. Otherwise, it will be difficult for the end user. If having multiple tokens, then that's okay. Means if one token is not working, user can use the other one. But if having only one token, it's a risk for user.
So he has 143 mostly he's using.
Yeah. Yes.
So 143 which is suspended now.
Yes. That's what he told me. The old token is not working because it's in suspended state. That's what.
So we go to manage. Uh 143. Should we unlock that account? No. Because if
No, you can revoke that.
so if
Anyway, you one.
okay, so when we revoke it and automatically it will we will provision a new one, right?
Yeah, you can revoke and then you should provision the new one. Yeah, it's loading.
Oh,
Wait a minute.
it's not loaded on my screen yet.
Yeah, I'm just refreshing the page.
Should I refresh the page?
Yeah, yeah, I'm refreshing.
Oh. Can you search for me? I think I'm not able to click on it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's stuck, I think. I'm certain. Yeah. You want to do or should I do?
Sure, I can try to complete this task. If this allow me.
Oh, oh. Yeah, that's done.
This is the new one, right? Which we just did.
Yeah, yeah, correct.
Okay. So once this is over, we'll go back to the incident.
Yeah,
Mark the status as resolved.
resolve. Yeah. When you were working with Sindhu, can you just ask the Sindhu to explain the states of incidents? Means actually, it will be AUN. She will explain in detail.
Which one? A. What to explain?
Yeah, these are. Yeah, just a minute. The states of the request. Now you marked as request, right?
Yeah.
These are the other states in which we are working we will keep incidents in these queue.
Okay.
So there are some specific reasons why we will keep incidents in these.
Okay. It's like the clarification email.
Now we are resolving this request. Means we are closing.
Yeah. No, I mean to say
If
like
we are asking for clarification,
that time we will put AUI.
yeah, correct.
Okay. So the comments will be. Oh, yeah.
Yes.
So in this one we will send thank you. Sorry.
No. These comments.
Oh, top 3.
Yes.
I'm sorry. Just 1 second. Yeah. Till here, right?
Yeah. Correct.
Do I have to put any other close notes closure.
Yeah, here as well. Can you? Yeah, at the end of.
Do I need to put the restore time?
Yeah. Yeah, you just click on the green signal.
Oh, yeah.
It will fade the
Okay,
date
okay.
directly.
Yep. All right. Then we will go at the bottom. Closure information, knowledge. Solved permanently.
Solve permanently.
And then same notes
Yeah.
here.
Yeah. You can click on save. The request will be closed.
Okay.
Yeah. In Monday's session, we will cover some different types of requests.
Okay.
In this token provisioning, we have two types of requests. Depends on the user type. Whether user is a contractor or user is a link. That depends on, means I will explain you the process, means how we have to ask the approval and all.
Okay.
And we will review some reports as well. And some other troubleshooting steps we will discuss on now.
Sure. Sure. And we will do the hard token also, right?
Yeah. Hard token actually it's we will get request with rare case.
Okay.
But I will explain you, means how we are following the process to issue hard token and all.
Sure.
I will explain you in detail.
Okay. Sure, Aishwarya. Thank you so much for taking time and
Yeah.
explaining
Okay.
all the process to me today. Thank you.
Yeah.